Hey everyone, it's Jared with Up North Tactical here. So basically today I'm going to show you one of my guns. I'm going to talk about it a little bit. Basically in the series of uploads that I'll be doing here in the next few weeks, hopefully. Going to be talking a lot about the different guns that I have, things that I've done to them, whatnot, things that you can do to improve to them or improve on them, and some of the things that I've done to improve mine. That's pretty easy for you guys to do as well. So yeah, I'm just starting this channel. I'm hoping it continues and ends up being something I can have some fun with and teach some people some things at the same time. So yeah, I hope you guys enjoy this. So this is my hunting rifle. This is a Savage 111 Trophy Hunter XP. Picked it up for about $700 at Wholesale Sports when they were open. It's chambered in 300 Win Mag. So the 111 is a long action when it comes to Savages, and the 11 would be a short action. They've changed that in the recent months with their new line of guns that they've just brought out. 11 and 111 no longer mean short action versus long action. It'll be stamped somewhere on the gun or will be according to its respective caliber. But as for these generations, a 111 is a long action. So this one, as you can see here, it's a nice little setup. I got a Vortex Viper 3.5 to 10 by 50 objective. So it lets in a lot of nice light. And I believe I have a Weaver base on it and TPS rings. So it holds dead no matter what. I've dropped this thing hunting lots. I've had a lot of different things going on with it and played around with it a lot to get the exact setup that I wanted. And eventually, very soon, I'm going to be getting a Boyd's gun stock. So I want you guys to stick around. See within the next few weeks when I get that brought in. I'm going to get a Boyd's gun stock in Prairie Hunter, and it's going to be in Pepper. So then I'm going to get a muzzle brake installed and a few other things. So one thing I want to show you guys with these Savages here, some people get confused on this, is how to take out the bolt. I've had to tell my buddies once they've bought one. So basically this would be a bottom bolt release. So there's a button here. So basically what you have to do, make sure your safety's off, pull back your bolt. See where my finger is here? You pull the trigger back, pull this back, bolt comes right out. Simple as that. Very, very easy. So one thing I like with this bolt is they have a very nice jeweled pattern. And some people think that it's just for looks, but it's not actually. The light scuffs with the jewel pattern will actually hold oil more effectively in the bolt because of the microscopic brush marks into it basically. And I will be getting a new bolt handle here pretty soon because this gun's going to be getting a little bit of a revamp, and I'll show you guys in comparison one of my other bolts off of my other Savage here that I've changed up. So this here, guys, is my Savage 11 TR 2250 bolt. This one obviously is just the matte black finish. So I got this bolt here off of Glades Armory. I'm going to talk about this a little bit more when I talk about my 22-250. Quite easy to change, but you can see there's quite a bit of a difference here in the bolts themselves, and it makes a world of difference when it comes down to it in the moment, especially when you need to cycle that bolt real fast. So in comparison here, I've got some Hornady rounds and a 12 gauge round. As you guys can see, there's our 300 Win Mag, there's our 12 gauge round. So there's a decent bit of difference here. These are great quality rounds. You know, a lot of people say, oh, you don't need a Magnum, you don't need a Magnum, and blah, 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 blah. And sure, that's true. A lot of people don't. But me personally, I like having them. Because I live in an area where there's tons of grizzly bears, there's tons of cougars, there's tons of 1,000-pound moose, there's elk everywhere. I want a gun that I can take any big game with, and I don't need to buy 3 different guns for, oh, I want to go deer hunting, oh, I want to go elk hunting now, oh, I want to go black bear hunting. I'll load my guns accordingly to what I'm hunting. This one here, I believe, is a 160 grain Federal round, has a ballistic tip, copper jacket. This is what I took my deer with previously this past season. If you use a low expansion round, there's going to be less physical damage, and you got to really watch your shot placement too, and you will not blow them apart as to what a lot of people think. This here is just your little magazine, which is not a clip. I would like to stress that it is not a clip. I'm going to be doing another video in the near future here showing the difference between a magazine and a clip. Real simple, these just pop right in, and in the bottom of the gun there's a small area here, and simple as that. The full detachable mag is quite nice because you could have multiple of them if you'd like. And so yeah. Now I'm going to talk a little bit about the AccuTrigger here. So the AccuTrigger on these models has a small pre-trigger and then obviously your final trigger. So these ones here, it's not a perfect system, but I do like it because at least it gives you the option to adjust your trigger pull, and have that pre-trigger is nice because you know as soon as you're done that pre-trigger, you're about to fire. Whoever's experienced a Savage Axis or some of the basic, more cheaper guns will realize and notice the extremely heavy trigger pull. This one here, I think I have it dialed down to about 3 pounds from the 6.5, I believe that these are originally, or 6. My 22-250, I have that around 2 pounds, I believe, which is a little bit more than what they actually rated at, what the AccuTrigger is capable of doing. And it's great for when you're really trying to make those precise shots. You're not having to worry about pulling on your trigger a whole lot. Now, if you were to take this off and your stock off on the underside of your action, you're going to see where your trigger setup is. And so right here is going to be a small spring at the back. This teeny tool here, I don't know how well this will focus on it, but this teeny tool just has a very small little slit in the front of it, and you would put that in there and you turn and you adjust your trigger however you want it. And it works very easily. It's very convenient, except obviously you're going to have to re-zero-ish your rifle if you take the stock off after it's being zeroed, if you're wanting to readjust your trigger. We can take a little bit closer look here at the rail and those TPS rings. They're extremely solid, blue Loctited them. I've shot this gun out to 752 yards on a target on the size of a moose. There was a heart-sized target on the moose, which was, well, a heart target, and I could nail that over and over and over and over and over. So this gun's awesome. It's seen a lot of use in the past year that I've had it, and I love this gun. It's a great gun. One thing I am going to show you that is my least favorite thing about these Savages is the fit on the rear end of the safety. So as you guys can probably see here, it doesn't fit exactly as nicely as I'd like it to. But that's really the only thing that I have to say about this gun that I dislike. Aside from, I mean, the stock is okay. The stock is light. It's a basic synthetic stock, but the stock is not strong at all. It's quite flimsy, so I'll be upgrading the stock as I talked about earlier. With these, there is a full safe, a half safe, and ready to fire. So I believe, if I'm correct, this still allows you to cycle your bolt, everything, but you cannot pull the trigger, and it's still half safe. So that's basically it, guys. Also, if you want to put the bolt back in, it is the exact same process as before. Simple, easy. That's the gun. There we go. Savage 111 Trophy Hunter XP 300 Win Mag. Thanks for watching, guys.